I'm back inside my 2400 day Minecraft hardcore world as I want to build a giant llama statue to celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers. But this isn't going to be any regular llama statue, as this statue will be a representation of my Minecraft skin, and will also include multiple blocks of netherite, which is going to be fairly expensive. And to be honest, I've spent a lot of time flying around this hardcore world trying to find the perfect spot for this statue. And if I'm honest, I think a statue around here in this jungle area would be perfect. It's right next to world spawn, and it's not too close to my giant farming village, as to be honest, there's no space around here for a massive llama statue. So I think if we get rid of some of these trees, it'll look perfect around here, right behind my massive beetroot village, which I should probably expand as well at some point. Using a mod known as LLAMA, I can put a blueprint exactly where I want this llama statue to go. And to be honest, I think it will look perfect here. It just means I've got to destroy a few trees, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Now that all of those trees have been destroyed and my inventory is now full of random junk that I don't really need, I need to grab some grass blocks in order to terraform this area for the platform of a statue to go on. And to be honest, it's been such a long time since I've been to this beetroot village that I've completely forgotten. I've actually got an automatic composting system, which is going to be very useful for getting rid of lots of these items that I won't actually need. And I'll leave a stack of jungle wood in here, so if I ever need jungle wood in the future, just make sure to remind me that it's in my beetroot village. But whilst I'm placing in all of this grass, I think it's important to say why I'm even building this llama statue to begin with. You see, on January the 28th, 2025, I hit 10,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. So, to celebrate, I want to build this giant llama statue as a way of remembering the day that I hit it, as I don't plan on ending this hardcore world anytime soon. And there we go, I think this area looks a lot better now. Obviously, once the statue's actually built in, I'll go around bone mealing this area, maybe adding in some custom trees and things to liven this place up a bit. For now, it's time to actually start gathering materials in order to build this brand new llama statue. And luckily, using the LLAMA mod, it gives me the perfect material list of everything that I'm going to need. So first of all, I'm going to need some andesite. And luckily for me, as I've been playing in this world for over 2,400 days, I have loads of shulker boxes filled with random materials. For example, I've just got one full of polished andesite. So the first block I'm going to need is about 85 blocks of polished andesite, as well as 16 polished andesite slabs and 16 polished andesite stairs. I'm also going to need 8 andesite walls. And a quick question about andesite walls. Why don't we have polished andesite walls? We've got polished deep slate walls, we've got polished tough walls. Why don't polished andesite walls exist? It makes no sense. Next up, I'm going to need some blocks of terracotta. And do I have some in my auto smelter? Yes, I do. That's 2 extra stacks. Perfect. So there we go. That's a stack of light grey terracotta, 38 light blue terracotta, 28 blue terracotta, 11 brown terracotta, and 5 lime terracotta. I'm also going to need 56 blocks of smooth sandstone. Luckily, I can just use my auto smelter for that. In fact, I'm going to need 57, as I'll need some smooth sandstone slabs as well. And I'm going to need 20 blocks of regular sandstone as well. Next, I'm going to need a total of 23 mangrove wood blocks, not the logs. And I'm going to check my storage room quickly, but to be honest, I doubt I have much mangrove, as it's such a pain to obtain. Hey, that rhymed. No, it looks like I have no mangrove logs anywhere, other than those 2. I'm going to need to chop down some mangrove trees. I hate chopping down mangrove trees. Luckily though, I do have some propagules, and if I go down here, under my industrial district, I have a moss farm which should have a load of bone meal. Perfect. So I can now grow some mangrove trees. There we go, that's over a stack of mangrove wood collected, but I'm only going to need 23 bits of wood, and that's only 18 because the way you craft it is really annoying. And you know what, now that I'm back in my auto smelter, has all of the sandstone smelted? It looks like it has, perfect. Where's the nearest stone cutter? It should be right here, right? Yeah. And there we go. We can create a couple of smooth sandstone slabs. Only going to need 1 though. And there we go. There, the next few materials collected. Next up, I'm going to need some jungle wood. And luckily, I chopped some down earlier. Whilst I'm gathering a bit more wood, I might as well head over to my jungle fishing village and grab out some spruce logs and some dark oak logs that I had left over from building this whole village. There's the spruce wood now gathered up. And with the birch wood, the dark oak wood, and the jungle wood that I've collected, I need to place it all down to strip it. The next material is very simple. It's 21 jungle planks. And now I need 18 blocks of tuff, which, yeah, I have. I'm actually running quite low on tuff, which is quite annoying. Luckily, it's not the hardest material to obtain. Now I need some deep slate, including some actual regular deep slate, which luckily I have loads of. There we go, that's 17 deep slate, 9 polished deep slate, 5 of quite a rare block, deep slate coal ore, and a polished deep slate stair and a slab. Next up, I'm going to need 14 rooted dirt, which I should have in some of these shulker boxes. There we go. And I'm also going to need some copper blocks, which luckily I have quite a few of. More specifically, 13 waxed exposed copper blocks, as well as 8 waxed cut copper, and 8 waxed cut copper stairs. I also need 9 moss blocks. Luckily, I do have a moss farm down here. I'm also going to need 8 mushroom blocks, which, oh, I actually do have in here. That's perfect. Honestly, as well, the mushroom block is one of the coolest looking blocks in the game. I'm really glad I get to build with it. Now, one of the next blocks I actually need is 4 lodestones. However, in the next Minecraft update, 1.20.1.5, lodestones are becoming easier to craft, with instead of netherite ingots, they'll require iron ingots. So I'm actually not going to use lodestones now because I don't want to waste 4 netherite ingots. It's really hard to find. So for now, I'll replace it with 4 chiseled stone bricks, but don't worry, in the future I will add lodestones. I just don't want to waste loads of netherite ingots for no reason, when I could just wait a few months and just waste 4 iron ingots. Next up, I'm actually going to need 3 pale oak signs. Luckily I do have a bit of pale wood. And I'm also going to need 3 pieces of short grass. And I'm also going to need 3 spruce trapdoors, arguably one of the best blocks in Minecraft. And to be honest, I'd love a plank variant of it because it just does look amazing. Next, I'm going to need 2 blocks of raw gold ore, which, to be honest, do I even have? Is there any raw gold anywhere? Do I have gold ore in one of my shulker boxes, maybe? I recently built this brand new shulker box. It's called the Building Supply Box, full of different bundles, including one with ores. Of course, it's got no gold ore in it. Where would I have gold ore in this world? Maybe at my starter base? I actually don't know, though. And all this mangrove trees just still hasn't decayed. Is there a log in here or something? No, it doesn't even look like it. It's just really slow to decay for some reason. I guess I'm not right next to it. But whilst I'm on this hunt to find some gold blocks, make sure to subscribe, as I want to see how many subscribers I can be on by the end of 2025. In the starter base, is there any raw gold? Perfect, there is. I knew I had some somewhere. And I can create myself 2 blocks of raw gold. And honestly, it's one of the coolest looking blocks. Like, I think this just looks really nice. And I'm also going to need 1 acacia button, as well as 1 moss carpet. And there we go, that's all but 2 blocks collected. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to need some netherite blocks for this build. But luckily, a few months ago, I made a video where I attempted to make an entire netherite beacon in 1 hour. Obviously, I got nowhere near close, but I did get a load of netherite ingots. And to be honest, since that video, they've just been sat in my shulker box. I've had nothing to do with them. So, finally, I get to craft a couple of netherite blocks. Honestly, as well, these are some of the coolest blocks in Minecraft. They just take ages to mine, but look how cool they look. But there we go with the 2 blocks of netherite. That is all of the blocks collected to build this giant llama statue. But before I build this statue, I do have to give credit to my brother who actually helped me design this build. Actually, there's a few more resources that I'm going to need. More specifically, I'm going to need 3 glowing sacks, as well as 3 honeycomb, so I can wax and glow the signs so they stay on the statue forever. But let's start this statue build by building the base plate that it's going to go on. And there we go, that's the base built in. And obviously, as I mentioned, lodestones will eventually go here, but for now they can be replaced with these chiseled stone bricks. But now that this stand has been built, it's time to actually build this giant llama statue. And there we go. That is the giant llama statue now built up inside of my 2,420-day-old Minecraft hardcore world. And honestly, I really like this design. To be completely honest as well, this design I've had in mind for years, but I thought that 10,000 subscribers would be the perfect opportunity to build it. And now all that's left is to add in the signs. This statue is dedicated to 10,000 subscribers, reached the 28th of January 2025. We can now add glowing to it and use honeycomb on it so it can never be changed. Even from a distance, I think this statue looks so cool. And I've specifically built in the jungle as well because over time, I think I can start adding vines and leaves to it as if it sort of becomes more decayed over time. I could also unwax the copper on this axe I'm holding, so that can age. But honestly, I really like the look of this statue. Also, we've obviously got the 2 netherite blocks for my eyes, the 2 raw gold blocks with the sort of buttons on what are my overalls on my skin, I guess. I'm also holding a little shield, as we don't use totems in this hardcore world. But yeah, honestly, this is such a cool statue design. I made sure to also add behind some deep slate coal ore. That way, it just has some rarer blocks onto it as well. Luckily, at the beginning of the episode, I actually used this composter system to get myself 23 bits of bone meal, which is going to be perfect, as I want a bone meal around this area, just to make it have a little bit more nature around it straight away. That way, it fits into the area a lot more. Yeah, I think the grass really helps to just add more detail around the statue. But there we go, I've managed to build a giant llama statue inside my 2400 day Minecraft hardcore world. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe, and thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. Honestly, I never expected to hit 10,000 subscribers when I started YouTube about 5.5 years ago. But thank you all so much. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.